Hey, what is up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Now before we start, just a reminder, I did post a video already today, and if you haven't seen that yet, I'll put a link to it down below as well as at the end of the video, so be sure to check it out if you haven't yet. Now, the first bit of news I want to talk about today is, well, I've been getting a lot of emails from people in California and Arizona, all indicating that it almost feels like something is going to happen in California, and that not only is California planning for it, but Arizona, the state right next door, is planning on something. And what they're planning for is, well, a mass exodus of people that very well could flood into the state from Southern California should what they're calling a catastrophic earthquake hit Southern California. And you're seeing this report here from Tucson.com. It's a news source out of Arizona about this Arizona exercise where government agencies, businesses, and other organizations in Arizona are planning to participate in this drill to practice how the state would respond to a migration of 400,000 plus people following a catastrophic earthquake in Southern California. The Arizona Department of Emergency and Military Affairs says participants in what they're calling the National Mass Care Exercise in the coming week will tackle how to organize operations such as providing food, shelter, and medical services. The department says it's planning for the exercise and has been underway for nearly a year. The State Emergency Operations Center in Phoenix, along with many county, tribal, and municipal emergency operations centers, will activate during the exercise to test activation, procedures, and staff training. And so yeah, as I said, I've been getting a lot of emails about this, and the overall consensus I'm getting from viewers in Arizona who've been hearing a lot of talk about this is that it's almost as if they already know something is coming to Southern California. Something is going to happen. And you know, lately, and we're going to discuss this in the video and how I think a lot of these events link together, but lately we've been discussing a lot of mysterious sort of ground-based activity lately. Strange movements under the ground that are not only felt through houses all around the world, houses being shook by something, but also in the ocean where sensors attached to buoys floating out there have recently been detecting some strange energies down in the water. And then we have the seismographs around the country that have also picked up this massive underground wave of energy from one end of the country to the other. And it's continued throughout this past week. For instance, I just received a set of photographs from a viewer in Texas in a town called The Colony, where he basically said that there was another one of these massive booms that shook houses. It was heard throughout the city, and that in one of the more upper class areas in the city called The Legends, he said that this bang, or whatever it was so loud and had so much force to it that the concrete in the road actually shifted and cracked. And that is what you are seeing in these photographs here, almost once again as if something was moving underground, felt throughout the city. And this time we actually have some physical evidence of it. Now what you're seeing here, this is not a gas line explosion, a water explosion. Usually when you get a water main break or something like that, this is what it looks like. And these are multiple pictures from all over. It's been confirmed that this is not that. Even the police were out there, as you're seeing in the photographs. They had no idea what it was. It was just a massive crack leading across through the grass, down into the concrete, and back up. You can even see the edge of the curb, where the curb even cracked. And you can see one of the policemen standing here just totally dumbfounded as to what it was, what caused it. We don't have any news reports out. This is breaking news. It was sent to me first by a viewer. The email follows that, quote, the police got involved because this was such a loud and major incident. They have no idea what to think. A nearby city, he says, also experienced a 3.5 magnitude quake or ground vibration picked up on seismographs, which he says is, quote, highly unusual for Texas. And that would I please look at these photographs and show you guys so we can try to figure out what happened here. And so Again, we've been talking a lot lately about these mysterious booms and how we originally thought a lot of them were coming from the sky. Now, some of them are, especially the ones that are accompanied by these bright flashes of light. But I've found over the months and months of researching this and getting in news stories about it that a lot of these booms are being felt coming from up underground. There's no flashes of light, but it's shaking houses. And if you've ever felt a sonic boom or, a loud burst of lightning, oftentimes they will not be powerful enough to shake your home as if it was an earthquake. And even so, usually if there is an earthquake, it's not preceded by, nor does it lead to, what amounts to these massive explosions that, according to many of the people happening all over the world, they say that it's something different. It's different than thunder. It's almost different than a sonic boom than you would hear from a jet. Concrete is being cracked. And so this happened in Texas, all right? We have this happening in Texas, and then I received another story, this time out of Memphis, Tennessee, of yet another massive mystery boom that was described by the residents as vaguely similar to a couple of trains passing right outside the house, but twice as loud, and that they had never heard anything like it before, and that once again it shook the whole house. In fact, we have some surveillance footage of the sound here, so listen in. So dozens of residents are weighing in, saying that they heard their windows shaking when this occurred. Some of the residents thought it sounded like as if a car had crashed into the back of their house. That's basically what they said. And that they actually got up, went outside to check if indeed a car had crashed into their house because of not only the sound, but the vibration and the shaking of their homes. And in a lot of these reports, you follow when these mystery booms occur. A lot of them will happen in sequence moving across the country. First in Memphis, then in Texas. And just as this news is coming in about this drill in Arizona, well, now we've just had one in Southern California as it happens. In San Diego, as reported by Fox 5 News, multiple people reported hearing a loud boom and shaking at around 12:26 p.m. in Carmel Valley, with one asking if the noise was a sonic boom on Twitter. Another person said that their house rattled around at the same time. The report states that Fox 5 reached out to local military bases to find out if they were involved in making the noise. They said no, if there was a sonic boom, it didn't have anything to do with them, and that the story is still developing. So Memphis, Texas, California, Southern California, then this drill coming out of Arizona, once again specifically focusing on a mass exodus of people coming from Southern California to Arizona. What do you guys think? I mean, are all of these events linked? Does something feel strange to you guys? If this isn't something unnatural that's shaking the ground, could it be the Earth's tectonic plates shifting? We have this volcano that's erupting in Hawaii, and unfortunately, I don't have any good news about that either. And, things are getting progressively worse for the people on the Big Island. Here you're seeing some new radar data showing the crater that is within the volcano just opening wider and wider by the day. And, I'm not saying all this to scare anyone. I'm not fear-mongering or anything like that. I'm just reporting the news as it's coming in. I'm saying I don't know. I mean, at this point, I don't think there's anything anybody should be scared about. Just because we're hearing strange things underground, some houses are being shook, that doesn't mean you should be in fear of anything. So before anyone posts that down in the comments, let me make that clear. But, strange things are happening, folks. And I think that's clear. And as far as Hawaii goes, that is a bad situation, all around. And I hope that people are staying safe there and that hopefully this eruption won't get any worse. So look at all of these things happening. Tell me what you guys think. If you have any info, post it down below. So lastly today, before we go, let's have a moment of levity, all right? So I received an email from a viewer who said that he thinks that YouTube is trying to mess with my channel. It's trying to do something to turn viewers away and to just otherwise screw with me. And so he posted a couple of screenshots where he turned on the closed captions on the video. The button you hit that displays the text version of my videos as I'm speaking, for people who are deaf or who don't speak English, what have you, whatever. And so the screenshots he posted are from a video I posted called Photos Taken by Alien Spacecraft at the end of 2017. And there's 2 instances here where, I don't know, you guys tell me if you think YouTube is trying to mess with me or changing words around through the use of this closed captioning system. Subscribe on your way out, follow me on Twitter, and if you have your own strange story or piece of UFO footage you want me to post about, don't hesitate to send me an email. So, nowhere did I say, send me a she-mail, alright? No one send me a she-mail. I don't want a she-mail. And you would think that one of the most widely used words on the internet, email, would be easily discernible by YouTube's captioning system. And to those maybe hard of hearing who may use these closed captionings, you might get the wrong idea. But that's not all, so let's let the video continue. Don't hesitate to send me an email. So stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you back in just a bit. Once again, I said stay safe, and I'll see you guys back in just a bit. I never said anything after that, but according to YouTube, I said, and I'll see you guys back in just a bit, fuckers. So, is YouTube attempting to sabotage me? Is this part of their disinformation campaign to silence this topic from being heard? Are they attempting to put words in my mouth that I certainly have not said and truly make me seem like a total psycho? Well, I'll leave it up to you guys. And you guys, again, can look at the timestamps and go and see it. You know, hopefully YouTube will see this and change it, because these are 2 major mistakes. I did not say these things. And in the second one, I didn't even say anything after the last word, and yet they still added this. So I thought it was good for a really good laugh. So please don't send me any she-mails. Be sure to stay tuned. I'm going to get back to work here, guys, so stay safe, and I'll see you back in just a bit.